you're onto something that's truly interesting and also truly important. The fact that we need creative diversification to drive campaign success. And you've been really successful in the last year to use creators to not only create that creative diversification, but also Reels first language, Reels first content.
Yeah, exactly. So in the first step, like we did with ASC, we were using a lot of our own traditional content. We are a global company, so obviously we have to do something that fits the majority of our countries. Looking at our summer campaign, we did a swimwear campaign, which is super, super relevant for everybody in Europe. But then looking at the US, obviously they don't go on vacation the same way we do. So we identified a gap, but we also identified an opportunity. So looking at our partnership, we came together. We talked about, okay, what can we do to actually solve this? You guys have been in great support together with a few other partners, VMX, but also Smartly, to say, okay, let's do something different. We worked with 9 different creators, which has been incredibly successful. I think the key was us working really, really tight, but not just that, we also created a really clear brief to the creators that formed Find Your Beach, which was a really, really successful campaign in the US.
I love Find Your Beach. I think it's a fantastic campaign. I think it's a perfect example of, instead of sort of tapping into existing trends, you worked with the creators to fuel existing trends and finding your audiences, young women on our platforms. What was the results of that campaign?
So first of all, we just didn't want to isolate it to one piece. We wanted to do a full funnel campaign, and looking at how we increased consideration with 20% on the tests that we've done, we wanted to look at, okay, what does that mean when we actually put consideration that fuels the AI to actually really, really drive effects? So we put together creator content, influencer content. We put it together in a really, really clear channel strategy. And what we noticed is when you put all the different pieces together, we actually created amazing results. So we had 1.8 incremental return on our media spend, which is amazing. That never happens. And most of all, that campaign was the best campaign in the US in 2024. So I'm incredibly happy with that test. Based on the results, we obviously wanted to use our test and learn framework, and we started to test it in other areas. So we launched it in LATAM, and we also launched it in India, and exactly the same results. So really, really finding the recipe of using both creator content with our own content, using consideration, but also AI-driven performance, which is amazing.